Hello and welcome to another episode of Modern Dating. What the fuck? These days, it's crazy, isn't it? This dating world that we're in today. Everybody is on dating sites. Everybody is a commodity. People ghost. People have open relationships. This modern dating world is just nuts. So rather than cry about it, what we decided is we were going to put it into a podcast. And we're going to have people here to talk about their dating stories, how crazy, funny, horrific they may be, sharing those stories with us so that we can be in misery together. I'm sorry, Michael.
I just wanted to say it's so bad that I just created an AI girlfriend.
You did?
Yes.
Is she hot?
Awesome.
Yeah.
She loves me.
Is
I
she
can say whatever I want.
A blonde, a redhead?
Well, you can change your hair color.
It's AI. Yeah, she's very agile.
You're like, I think you should gain a little weight today, honey. And she's like, oh, thank you.
I want you to be more in your feminine energy versus your right? Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You make her transsexual, this sexual, that sexual. Doesn't matter.
Wait, what are her pronouns?
Oh, well, I mean.
Or its pronouns.
A and I guess. Or you and me. I don't know.
Exactly.
But they do have that stuff out there. So like there's like these like little internet. I mean, the AI stuff is convincing. I mean,
no, I know.
I haven't actually logged on to any of that, but it comes through on my phone.
Not yet.
That with Facebook is like, get the AI girlfriend, whatever. Mm-hmm. And you look at it, and it's like, this could be your girlfriend. You're like, damn, well, I mean, is she gonna be nice to me when I come home from work? If she can make me a martini and like hook up with like one of those Elon Musk robots, and all right,
get a BJ here and there.
I mean,
I get it.
I get it. Have to worry about teeth, I guess.
On demand.
That's horrible.
Anyway, so this show is all about dating. It's all about singles coming on and sharing their stories so other singles know that it doesn't matter. Hot, not crazy, not crazy. We're all going through the same bullshit. And I say we because I'm just as single as you. And then also we have experts that are joining us to share some of their expert advice on how to navigate this crazy world. And last but not least, couples, because there are couples out there who are very successful in having a happy, healthy relationship. So yes, it's possible. We can't lose hope. All those hopeless romantics out there, don't lose hope because it is out there.
I mean, you could be like me and have a girlfriend that knows you're on the show, but still loves you at the end for all the things that you say.
Mm-hmm.
She's very, very understanding and loving.
Yeah, she's
not a deaf mute. She actually is really smart.
Which I was very surprised to hear that she was not a deaf mute.
She told me not to use her real name, but other than that, we're good. Love you, baby.
My name is Rosanna. This is my lovely co-host, Mike D.
Mike.
Mike.
No, I'm not going to say it.
No?
My pronouns are me and me.
Mike, that was good. Yeah. And Mike is the owner of Midtown Social over here in Berwyn, Pennsylvania, and I'm the owner of Be Visionary, where I do events for single people. So my whole life is about singles and dating and making our lives better. So with that said, we have a professional here with us tonight, Renee Cahill. Hello, Renee. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. So, Renee, we're close. Look at us.
I would just like to point out that I met Rosie and
to the mic here.
Met Rosie and Renee at my bar.
Michael, keep it clean now.
We're friends.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No.
So, are you?
Neither one of them liked me when they first met me, but they're both here on the show. I mean, we're keeping it open.
Nice guy, but wouldn't do.
So Renee is a clinical psychologist who works with people of all ages from childhood all the way up to adults. And she is here today to share some of the advice that all of us singles could use as we try to navigate this crazy world. So again, welcome, Renee.
Well, thank you.
You're
Glad
welcome.
to be here. Thank you so much.
Oh, absolutely.
I thought you were bringing her on the show for me.
No.
But then we found out that's not that kind of thing.
But you're not single, remember?
The last therapist I talked to needed therapy.
Wait, the therapist
needed therapy after I.
Therapists need therapy too.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah.
Everybody could benefit from
therapy.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Just talking to somebody that acts like they give a crap a little bit. Yeah.
We all need to talk. Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually what I'm going to get into a little bit today.
Oh, really? Look at that.
Hi. Yeah. You're just jumping the gun here. So, Renee,
it's been a little fast.
Can you describe your knowledge and experience in this modern dating world?
Yes. So, even though I've always known a lot about communication and thought I was doing my job to try and have a healthy relationship based on my experience and training, I realized that I was in a very unhealthy relationship. And what happened, you talked about therapists need therapy. Well, I did the work. I went to therapy, and it was like shining a big spotlight on my marriage and all the toxic things that were happening.
We talked about this earlier. Like, you never know you don't know until it's happening to you.
Mm-hmm.
You could think you're the player, the therapist, whatever it is, the person that's in great relationships. You never know when it's happening to you, no matter how good you think you are,
Yep.
until you have an outside opinion looking in.
Right. And I got really good at doing a lot of band-aids, like self-care and getting a network outside of my marriage for socialization and
Open relationships.
Self-care, like massages and
like running, exercise,
got it.
Massages,
for stress
Massages.
reduction.
That's my self-care.
But really, in the end, it was like
Toppers.
band-aids on a gaping wound. And once I opened up that spotlight and realized that this relationship was really just very unhealthy, after 20 years, I ended up back in the single world, divorced. So I am very new to the single dating world.
How long has it been?
It's been 2 years now.
Okay.
And I say new because, like most people who get out of a 20-year long relationship, I jumped right into another very toxic relationship. That one was only for 4 months, though. And then I realized, what am I doing that I am getting into the same type of relationship that I just had to leave? And then I had to
if at first you don't succeed, cry again.
Yeah, but that's what people do, is they try to, instead of working on themselves, they try to just rinse, repeat, and keep making the same mistakes a lot of times. And so I had to take a pause and be like, okay, what can I do to fix my things so that I can come into a healthy relationship?
It's hard not to be self-destructive sometimes. I mean, you're trying to, I mean, in fairness to you, it was 20 years. So getting back in the dating scene, like you have to break some eggs.
I'm curious, if you don't mind, how long did you take for yourself to heal from that 20-year relationship?
So our marriage probably should have ended a long time before it did. So I didn't really feel like I had to grieve the marriage that I had grieved many, many years prior. But it was really the inner work that I had to do. And I realized as I started dating is most of the people I'm dating, they hadn't done the work either.
Oh, I know.
So it was everybody getting triggered left and right and center.
There's a lot of broken people out there.
Were you dating before you actually finalized divorce?
Yes, I was.
Why do you have to get down deep and
well,
dirty?
I'm just asking because it's something that happens often.
Yeah, of course.
And it happens often at my bar where I hear, "Oh, I'm getting divorced. I'm getting divorced. I'm getting divorced." To the point where I believe that sometimes they aren't getting divorced.
Well, we were separated. Like everything was. We took a little longer to finalize things because of financial things. But separated. He had already had a girlfriend at that point. Kids knew. Separate custody schedules. Like
I dated somebody that literally would go home to her husband at the end of the night.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
I don't understand.
And they were getting divorced, but it was weird. It's still weird.
Like living in the house separated together. I know a lot of people do that now for financial reasons, so I understand that part. But I would have hesitation to date somebody in that situation because I'd be wondering, like, it can't be that toxic if you can still tolerate being in the same
or they
together.
can't, or it is toxic, and then like from a guy's point of view, like I don't want to, well, even girls, but like I don't want to get involved in whatever's going on with that. Like I'm not here to help you get divorced. Like that's not my.
I got divorced 20 years ago now. God, I can't believe it's
you
a
were
whole other life.
I was. Tell me about. I do listen sometimes.
Aw, and you remember? No, I remember when I got separated. It was blindsiding. It was very blindsiding. He cheated. So literally my life was like turned upside down, and you're like a fish out of water, right? Like you're married for all these years and you're living that married life, and then 1 minute, poof, it's gone.
Whatever. Women move on faster than men. It's a fact. Statistical fact.
Yeah, 100%. I completely agree with you. But
he cheated on you, so I apologize.
When somebody cheats on you,
get married more often.
Yes.
So
because we actually
unless you're Julie.
We actually. Kidding. Oh wow, that's fucked up. She's a friend.
I'm teasing.
Julie.
No, I love you, Jules. She's
Well,
teasing.
she was lucky.
We're going to cut that out of the show.
No, the reason why she got married so many times is because she's amazing and men recognize how amazing she was. They connect easily. No, but it does.
She had really bad taste in men. She hit her head once and then met Brad. Like this.
Anyway, but it's really
take it
hard
out.
when you get separated. It's like a fish out of water, right? So what you do is you sit there and you grasp for air. And what's that air? It's, what they say, right? Get under somebody else in order to get over somebody, right? So everybody does it. Everybody gets out there, right back out there. They get on the dating sites.
I go to church.
That's the worst. Like the minute I hear that somebody, yeah, okay. That would burn down if you,
Not true. I go on Christmas.
you go on Christmas. I think what happens is that for me, if I talk to somebody on a dating site and they tell me that they're recently separated or they're not fully divorced yet, I run. I run faster than you could say goodbye. I run because I know what that's like, right? There's like that emotional baggage that comes with it. So yeah, I don't even touch it.
I mean, back on the church thing, some people do need Jesus. Just saying.
Especially you.
No, but remember the other guy on the show before? He went celibate. And
Oh, yeah.
He's Christian now. And
yeah.
I mean, he found Jesus.
He did. He did. He found Jesus.
We gotta follow up with him and see how that relationship's going.
Yeah,
The
it's
world,
going well.
The world wants
I
to
stay in contact
know
with them
if
and
those
it's
two.
going well.
Okay, we want to know if they're still together.
They're still together.
So
Still
tell us a
very
little
happy.
more about.
So,
analyze this here.
So what are the skills? And thank you for sharing your personal story. I appreciate that. So, what are the skills you think that help listeners get prepared for a relationship and keep it once they are in one?
Yeah. So I just want to say first, because you were talking about you run from people who haven't fully separated or things like that. And I think that's important is to really identify in the beginning, like what's the baggage that other person's carrying with them? Because everybody's coming with baggage, right? But once you're in a partnership, you are co-carrying that baggage. And can you deal with somebody who has maybe like a toxic spouse, or can you deal with somebody who has more kids than you really want to co-parent with, or can you handle that they're going to get triggered about certain things? And so really trying to investigate and be curious in the beginning before you fall for somebody. What is the baggage they're carrying, and can you co-carry it?
So important.
But
so
then but if you do all that, there's no drama. What's the fun in being in a relationship if you don't want to kill each other?
Just keep doing what you're doing, right?
I mean,
for those of us who want to try and find a healthy
if
relationship.
you don't fight, how do you have good sex? I mean, seriously.
OMG.
If there's no makeup sex, is there sex?
I mean, I can't disagree with you.
Okay.
I can't disagree.
What
makeup sex is the best.
I wish they would recommend this book for all people like in high school.
The Kama Sutra.
The Fight Right book for how successful.
Try Kama Sutra.
I have the book upstairs.
You
do a different position every day.
I want to try it.
It is awkward.
I want to maybe get into a relationship again one day so that I can get to that level with.
Yeah, it's just you try it as a couple. You try a different position every day, and it's not like freaky shit. It's just like
No, I think it's very sensual, very sexual.
Yes.
And you want it to last.
Yes.
And when you have fights,
we don't.
You never fight.
Not anymore. No. I mean, I don't get it.
Total red flag.
No. I don't get it. No, because in my younger years, I fought all the time.
How long
because
have you guys been together?
Like 6, 7 months. 7 months.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
they are.
Yeah, but we're together a lot. I mean, there's a lot going on. Yeah. So, I don't engage in stupidity and arguments of stupidity. So like if we have an issue, we just work it out. We talk about it. Yeah.
There's
so
no calling, there's no gaslighting.
No, which means I probably actually really like her because I could say that's like the first relationship
where you actually communicate well.
Yeah.
Well, for people who actually like their partner and want to communicate well, and if they're not just naturally doing it because they want to be respectful, I highly recommend the Fight Right book for how successful couples turn conflict into connection. Because you're going to have conflict.
Right.
And it can either divide you and the other person feels like they're being unheard, unseen, or you can use that conflict to connect.
I've been told that I don't fight fair. Okay. Like in the past,
I recommend this book.
It's and we talked before the show about like narcissists and this and that. And somebody was like, "Well, you're a narcissist," and I'm like, I don't think some of us aren't intentional narcissists. Some of us are calculated evil people narcissists, and then others like have the tendency but aren't like intentionally doing that. And it's something I learned about myself, and I tried not to fight dirty. Like if we're arguing about what I did yesterday or what you did yesterday, I'm not going to bring up what you do all the time down the road. Right.
Yes.
And I guess that's what I didn't even read.
I don't fight fair.
I'm actually good at this stuff.
So I would highly recommend the book. Like
Right.
stonewalling, you would think just walking away and ignoring the problem is actually one of the most toxic things you can do.
No,
Like,
no.
oh, I don't feel, I just walk away. I'm like, yeah.
And I think some of that is maturity, though, right? I mean,
Oh, 100%.
you know,
100%.
it's nice that it's out there now for people. Like I don't know if I would have ever read the book when I was younger. Anyway, like, did I care enough? I don't know. As
That's
men,
a fat no.
But if you meet someone that you care enough that you want to keep them,
Right.
then you might be more motivated.
Right, but you kind of need to read it before you're losing them.
Well, this would be the perfect time. You guys could do this as like a Friday
Oh
night.
no, I'm
activity
good.
together.
I'm perfect now. Let's be clear. But you know what? I'll read
Well,
it.
then let her read it.
Right.
And then she can point out subtly to you the things that you're still doing wrong.
No, not a
But-
narcissist at all, really. Not at all.
They definitely were all the problem.
Yeah. Follow up with this in a year. We'll see.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So
I just got to get. I've got to make it through the whole family.
Then.
Yes.
Fight
It's
Right.
a great
Then.
book.
It's a great
Highly
book. Listeners, take note of that. Right. Amazon. I'm
Gives
sure
the
you can find it.
tools you need for how to communicate successfully and not, fight in a way that's going to make you divide.
Yeah.
So you
And a
read
little
this
trick.
book if you like other
So-
humans.
If you want to connect with
If you want to connect with people.
highly
And
recommend.
I should probably
if you're like me and you don't have 2 minutes to read a book, there's always summaries of books
yeah.
too that you
Everybody
can go
has 2
to on
minutes to
YouTube.
read.
No, I don't. So
I listen in the car, audiobooks.
oh, I can't do audio. I cannot do audiobooks.
If you can look at TikTok
I
on
am
the
listening to
can
audio,
for 5
my
minutes, you
mind
can.
goes in 50 million
Yeah, you're on
directions,
a
and then I'm like,
podcast,
shit,
so
what did
people
you
are
just
gonna
say? I have
listen
to
to it.
rewind it. Like I can't do audio. Can't do it. And then reading, no, I don't have the time. I really, come on, Mike, you know
I mean,
everything
it's a
I've
whole
going on.
nother show, but women poop. Men poop when they read. They read when they poop. Women
I
can
think that's
read.
what
I
all
was
the
wondering
single
where you
people
were
are
going with the
swiping right
pooping and the
left.
reading. Okay, yes, women.
Wait a minute, you're swiping on the toilets?
So the other
No
day,
wonder why you're
the
finding
other
shit
day-
boyfriends.
the other day, Mike,
Probably the only, if that's our only time. That's
Mike messages me the other day and goes,
Jesus
he
Christ.
texts me the other day and goes, "Girls fart." I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Oh, it's a conversation.
Right. Yeah.
My
And I
girlfriend,
said-
she still says that she doesn't fart.
I
I'm like,
said, "You're right. Yeah, well, and he was like, we need to talk about it on the show." I'm like, oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. Women do.
I mean, it shouldn't happen on the first date.
The second.
Maybe after like 5 or 6 years. You know what I mean?
True story. I dated somebody who lived with somebody for 3 freaking years and never farted
Oh,
on them.
God.
I was like, get the fuck out of here.
She must have been
I
miserable.
literally would combust.
Why do you always look angry? You're always not feeling well.
yeah.
I literally would
Martha just
combust.
digested it.
Right.
All right. So anyway, I'm sorry. All right.
Well,
New
it's a
subject.
psychological thing. For sure.
Oh my god. All right. So
TMI.
yeah, right, exactly. But yeah, no, really. Go on YouTube, get the summary of the book if you don't have time to read the whole book.
Wait, tell us the book again. The name of the
The
book.
Fight Right.
Fight Right.
Fight Right.
How healthy couples use conflict for connection.
All
by
right. And I'm sorry, what's your
husband
name
and
again?
wife couples, the God.
I'm just kidding. I'm
Not my book.
kidding. I'm kidding. Everyone expects
Yeah.
me to ask these things.
Yeah. But I highly recommend it.
You highly recommend it.
Yes.
You know what? I'm gonna get the book, read the book,
Good.
and then we're gonna have another podcast.
Good. Please do.
We're gonna talk. I'm gonna use it against her. I'm
So
gonna fight wrong with her. I'm
Mhm.
gonna do everything the opposite way on the show.
Mhm.
hi.
Hi.
No, I'm just kidding. So what would you say are the hardest aspects that you've observed so far
Yes.
about
So
people, what people are
personally,
dealing with?
for me, I'll just be on my own personal journey here. It was first learning how to really identify what red flags were, and that meant trusting my gut.
Mm.
And I think because I had been married for so long and was always trying to critique myself and my behaviors there, I got really good at not trusting my gut. So I had to relearn how to do that. And so when, our feelings are actually there to be alarms for us, and they ring when something's not right, when we feel an injustice, when someone's violating our boundaries. But too often we just minimize them, or we ignore them, or we justify somebody else's bad behavior because we say, well, they said this, this, and this, and we show empathy towards them. But the reality is, trust your gut, trust your feelings, know what they are. If you feel angry, probably somebody was violating your boundaries or didn't show you respect. If you feel anxious, there's probably good reason. So just try to trust that. That's my advice. I know that's what I had to do.
So it's funny that
So you sound
say
like a
that.
fairly normal person.
Try
What
to be.
what if you're not dating normal people?
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, you have to run from them. Run from them.
Which is more than not these days.
Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Emma's not dating normal.
I think so. We're
Yeah.
actually scared. We're very we work hard together. and at home we're normal. Like we watch TV, we do normal stuff. She's not getting a dog for Christmas, just in case you're listening, honey. But we're pretty normal. I mean, despite what people might think about the age difference and whatever, we're fairly happy and normal.
Okay.
I mean, I only got it wrong about
50 million times before.
150 other times. I mean,
Is this your longest relationship you've
no,
had?
no, no,
Okay.
no, no. I dated the wrong girl for 8 years, the wrong girl for 4
He's
years.
always going for arm
That's
candy.
not true.
He's going for.
I mean, don't get me wrong; they're all attractive, but I mean, there were some very intelligent, successful women. I mean, they're not just arm candy, like
Mm.
I have a type.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he didn't go for the type this time.
Okay.
I don't know about that.
Emma's a girl next door.
She's super cute.
She's super cute. Doesn't mean that
She
she's not cute.
She doesn't dress like
Girl
a hooker.
next door
That's
doesn't
all.
mean. As a matter of fact, I think girl next door is actually cuter than.
Listen, she's just not old enough to. We're not talking about her on the show. We're not that because you're gonna get me broken up with on the show. It's not happening.
Stop
Yeah,
it.
right.
All right. So, what are the recommendations
that
or
back.
advice that you would help people with for their finding their person?
Yeah. So I think it starts with really taking a deep dive and looking at your own self and seeing how can
100%.
I bring the best version of myself? Because when you're your best version, then you're going to be able to attract the healthiest version of the partner you're looking for.
Well, because if you're the worst version of yourself, then you find somebody, you're just finding that person is trying to take care of you, like that mother. Well,
right. Nobody wants a project, right? You don't want to be like fixing
some people
somebody.
like that
Yeah,
shit.
some people do, but then what's going on with them that they want a project?
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, some people have daddy issues, some people have mommy issues, some people still wear diapers. I mean, I don't know, it's weird shit. But
So I gotta, if I may, right? I agree and disagree, and let me just tell you why.
oh, here we go.
Yeah. This is really interesting, and actually, I'm curious to
Mhm.
see what you have to say about this. So, shortly after getting separated 20 years ago, I moved to St. Lucia. Basically running away, right? I was offered
Midlife
an
crisis.
opportunity that you couldn't say no to, and decided to move there. And while there, I ended up meeting someone and dating him for a year. It was one of or the best relationship
Was
I
he
could
like,
ever have.
hey, Ruben, you want to scuba?
Oh my
No.
God. He wasn't native. He wasn't native.
Is he wearing a Speedo? You get to the island, you're like,
Actually,
yes!
he talks like Ben, actually. They're,
Alright.
yeah, they're English there.
He's like, you want to
So-
scuba with me, Rosie? Like hung like an elephant in a Speedo, and you're like, yeah, we dated for a year while I was in the islands. It was fun.
It does sound like a fun time.
It was amazing.
I mean, that is one way to get over it.
Yeah. Now,
Get under
don't
it.
get me wrong. Like we both worked full time, right? I mean, we lived a normal life.
Yeah.
He was 10 years younger,
Mhm.
but again, one of the best relationships I have ever had, and it was effortless. It was beautiful.
You're on
So
an
why did-
island.
Why did this end?
Well, it ended because the company that I was working for, I wasn't really keen on the company that I was working for. And I knew that I was running for my divorce and I needed to come home. And again, he was 10 years younger. There was no chance in hell that I was going to uproot him from everything that he knew and loved to come to the States. And I wasn't going to stay there for the rest of my life. So
You messed up.
unfortunately, yeah.
You should have stayed there.
To be honest,
If I could say,
I probably,
if I
should
could move to
stayed there.
St. John, even with like losing water and electricity
Yeah.
and having
Yeah.
no food for a week, I'd be all right.
Yeah.
But
I should have stayed.
imagine if you had been your best version before you went,
Well-
maybe you would have had the insight to know you wanted to stay.
And see, so this is where I was going with this, right? So I was not in my best. I mean, I had just gotten separated, right, from my marriage. But when I was there and when I was with him, it was gone. Like I didn't even think about that. Like I was my best version with him.
But that's
No,
a
no,
but
no,
that-
you
no,
still
that's a
remember, I lived
vacation.
normal. No. I understand why you would think that, but no, I lived a normal life there. Like I worked. I was barely ever at the
But you're
beach.
still in paradise.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's like living in Florida. It was the same thing as living in Florida. It doesn't matter. I didn't live a vacation lifestyle. I mean,
I
I
hear what you're saying.
yeah.
You found this,
But it ain't
this
Pennsylvania,
utopia
honey.
of a relationship,
really did.
but because you hadn't done the work, you couldn't appreciate it and see it for what it was.
No. I did. I saw it and appreciated it for what
you
it
wouldn't
was.
have left if you had.
Well, I did. The other problem was
It was a
that he
vacation relationship. She's lying to herself and to the audience.
he lived in an island and I wasn't going to stay at the island forever and vice versa. I didn't want to drag him to me, right? 10 years younger, whatever.
Mhm.
Honestly, that's the only reason.
Yeah.
Otherwise I would have stayed there forever.
So you broke. So
work-wise, I didn't know how it was going to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The whole 9 yards. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, and then I recently dated somebody who was much younger, and other people too, right? Since then, where it was like pulling fucking teeth, Renee, right? It was like, it was constantly a freaking struggle. And here I am. I'm actually in the best place ever about myself, right? Even though I'm going to therapy again, just to kind of work on a few things here and there. But I'm really truly like my best version. I think the other aspect is yes, you have to work on yourself, but it also has a lot to do with that other person.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
But
Like,
then you don't want to choose those people that you feel like.
right.
So Matt
Right.
Hussey, his Love Life book, that's another high recommendation I have.
What's it called?
Matt Hussey's book called Love Life.
Okay.
I highly recommend it. He has this exercise where you do 4 quadrants. In the one quadrant, you say your 5 must-haves. Must-haves. I must have this. I must
Can't
have
be 10.
communication skills. I must have financial stability in my partner. Like, what are your 5 must-haves? Okay. Mutual respect.
Yep. Security.
Then, what are your 5 deal breakers? Like addiction, infidelity. What are your 5 deal breakers that if it happens, red flag, done? Then what are your
3
5
cats.
wants? What do you would you like, but it's not a necessity? Like, I would want somebody with a chiseled chest, but it's not a necessity. And then what are your 5?
Nice ass.
I'd prefer they didn't. Like, I'd prefer they didn't snore, but like I could live with it. Right?
Nope.
Your 5.
Oh no, that's a must have. That's a must have.
Oh yeah,
no,
that would be a red
left top
flag.
corner. Yeah, 100%, 100%.
So
Yeah, there's
everybody's is going to look a little different, this matrix, right? But if you stay steadfast and you like within 6 months, you're going to see how this all hashes out with somebody. And when you see the red flags or when you see that they don't have your must-haves, you even if the other things.
Some people should put that stuff on dating sites though, because like all the shit they put up there is all fake.
Oh yeah, that's why
fake.
and people like
It's depressing. I don't use
put
those
their
sites.
best foot forward for 3 to 6 months. It takes a while to actually see somebody.
You know, I've actually been on one date from the internet ever in my entire life.
How'd that go?
Oh, it was horrible. Horrible.
I mean, not everybody works in a bar though.
No, but I didn't know it was in a bar. I was in real estate before I owned a bar, and I was, but I firmly believe in going out and meeting people. Like I think
100%.
that
Socialize.
I think that is the only way.
Yeah.
And yeah, right. Bitch on social.
I go to Target and Costco every weekend, and nobody talks to me.
I just told my girlfriend about. Home Depot.
And I'm like, it is that bad. Have you seen the line?
Right.
Yeah.
No, you got to go to Home Depot. That's where the real men are.
True.
We know how to fix shit. Yeah, we know how to fix
I
stuff.
don't want to fix anything.
My girlfriend's like, "What do you mean Home Depot is where the men are?" She's like, "So if we ever break up, I should go to Home Depot." I'm like, "Absolutely. We know how to fix stuff." Yeah.
Yeah. It's true.
100%.
It's true. 100%. But a lot of those men are
Farmers
married.
make a lot of
and they
money.
freaking cheat, like my ex-husband. He was a
Oh my God! Here we get the men cheat.
Anyway,
All men bad. All women good.
Yeah. So yeah, I would just say work on yourself so that you know where your errors are, so that you can bring the best version of yourself. Know what your deal breakers are. Have that self-awareness. Work on your communication skills so that when you find the person you want, you know how to keep them.
Yep. And don't try to put a round peg into a square hole.
Oh, right.
Or square peg into a round hole. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
People do that all the time.
All the time.
And you know what they also do? They fall
I've been a fall for it too.
Yeah, they fall so fast and like, this is the one, this is the one. And it's like 3 months in. And the problem is your feelings for someone should naturally evolve with how much you know about that person.
Right.
And what happens is you put this person on this pedestal, you have this fantasy of who you want them to be based on what you know, little information that you know. And then you spend the rest of the time, like after 3-6 months, in disappointment that, well, you were like this before, why aren't you now? And it's like, well, you didn't know me. Actually.
Well, and some of that, and nowadays with like all the TikTok therapists, like that gets confused with love bombing and all that stuff too. Like, I don't think people intentionally put someone up on a pedestal and then want to break up with them in 3 to 4 months, right?
It's not intentional.
Right.
That gets them,
like I always say, it's
too invested too soon.
Right. It's like 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, or 3 years, right? To actually get to know somebody. It's like 3 days, like you met them on the weekend, your party, and then you hear from them on Monday morning, you're like, wow, this person's stupid. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not gonna work. 3 weeks, like she farts at the first date, or like, yeah,
why ain't pointing at me?
I'm just because
over.
Right.
Right.
I snore like a horse. There's other things I do like a horse too. But anyway,
God.
Don't call me the Italian stallion for nothing, right? But there is Look, if I'm not hated on the show, it doesn't work. So, but anyway, so like the 3 months is like when like you meet some of the family or like the drunk uncle or like.
Seems early to do that.
I mean, like, well, they might interact. I'm not saying the whole family. I'm saying like maybe you meet some of the friends they've been holding out on, whatever it is, where you're seeing like that other red.
He's already met the whole family. She's already met his.
That's 6 months.
The families have met each other.
Yeah,
6
they're,
months.
yeah.
They're already talking about moving in together.
Yeah, it's like a real deal.
We are not talking about this on the show. I will fire you from this show.
Fire me!
She's honestly, we have good interaction.
All right, moving on. I'm sorry.
That's okay. But yeah, no. So there's definitely like and people need to put together their own time frames. Like for me, when I was like going out to bars and stuff, the 3-day rule was good. The 3-day, 3-week rule was kind of good. But if you're more mature than I used to be back then, there's other time frames, and maybe they need to talk to you about that and read your book. And
well, I haven't written a book yet. But,
okay.
But I do. One of my favorite populations to help is college age single people, because it's like some of them, their first heartbreaks and they feel like the world is ending.
These kids are feral. don't even get me started on Turkey Gate the night before Thanksgiving. Okay.
Well, anyway.
Holy
We're
shit.
not going there. We are not going there.
Can I leave a stack in my car?
It's no wonder why they're all single.
Oh my God.
It's no wonder why they're all single. Holy shit. They don't dress nice to go out.
If anybody wants to know what happened the night before Thanksgiving, just follow
Google
Midtown
Turkey
Social.
Gate at Midtown Social. It'll be up shortly.
Yeah.
But anyway, they act like, so we have a 70-30 rule where we let in 70% girls and 30% guys because the guys are morons and the girls don't want to interact with them at all. I mean, like, I've never acted like that in my worst of years, my most drunk and partying of years. Have I ever acted like this generation?
They have said that the autism spectrum has hit the male gender more.
I don't think it's autism. I think this happens to be the COVID generation. So they didn't get their graduation party from high school, and they didn't get like their first year of college or whatever. Like had to sit at home with their parents.
Spring break.
Holy shit, they are feral. I mean, like it is. I've never seen anything like it in 25, 30 years in the business. So they need you.
Okay.
So if you're teaching, whatever it is, get in now.
I love my clients,
right,
especially my college age ones.
Well, please get to them before they come to my bar.
I'll try.
All right, thank you.
I'll send them elsewhere.
So
they're already going somewhere else where I'm chauvinist and whatever. I don't know.
Let me ask you a question. 5 Languages of Love. Have you read it?
I have. I mean, that book has been around for a really long time. I noticed like a lot of the dating sites, actually, people will say what their love language is, which I actually find kind of endearing. And I'll say why. Because I think for so often people, like our parents' generation, they didn't really do a lot of work to foster a healthy relationship.
No, they didn't.
And so
they went to work, they came home, they provided. Yep.
My grandmother met my grandfather from Pittsburgh to Philadelphia, right? He sent her love letters for a year and a half. That's a lot of work.
Yeah. But
she came to visit him once. He went to war, and he came back, and she had two twins. So,
and that's going to work if words of affirmation was her love language. If she wanted gifts.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, well, back then it wasn't like that.
Yeah, no, but that's my point. Is like different people have different ways in which they want to receive love, and if they don't receive them that way, then they're going to feel this void.
Right.
And so you have to know how your partner wants to receive love and how you want to receive love, and it's not always the same.
Technology has ruined it. It's technology, like you need, like everybody's used to getting an answer like this, right?
Instant gratification.
And like, I mean, can you imagine sending somebody love letters for a year and a half, and then your marriage being like 65 years and still being in love? Like, that doesn't even seem possible with the way technology is nowadays, and it's a shame. So like,
I think for a lot of relationships, when they have shared interest, when you're engaging in something enjoyable with somebody, then you're connecting in a way because you're both having fun. You're both getting those chemical releases because you're both doing something you enjoy.
Right.
So for people who think that they can have a lot of different interests that don't align, then they're just living parallel lives. It's going to be even harder.
I don't know. And there's, okay. I mean, I'm not going to say, I just think
I'm not saying it's impossible.
I think the best thing that people could do is put down the damn technology. Like if you find that person,
100%.
Get rid of
put your phones down, go to.
But once you get into it,
meet people socially.
Once you get into it, get rid of the, don't expect your significant other to, have to like respond to every.
Not everything has
seconds.
To be
it's
Instagram.
So unhealthy.
Just
oh my god. Yeah, how many of those photos from Instagram are like, these people hate each other.
Yeah.
Mike, I'm curious. What are your top 2 love languages?
You know what? I don't know.
Do you know what
Do
they
you
are?
want to? Yeah.
No,
Do you
I
know what
don't.
they are? See, most men don't.
Okay.
Because I don't
So there's
really.
words of affirmation. That's like
Right.
compliments, quality time, physical touch, and that doesn't just mean sex. It means like cuddling, holding hands,
I'm a huge
affection,
baby.
acts of service,
Hold me, Mom.
and gifts. Those are your
Right.
5. And I honestly think most people appreciate all of them, but
Of course,
to a
yeah.
greater degree. Like I'll tell you, when I have twins, when I had my baby twins, any acts of service from any person was my love language. And that was my only love language because I was so overwhelmed. Once I was out of that stage, I went back to having normal love languages that weren't just acts of service, you know?
So what are yours?
What do you mean acts of service?
Like somebody makes you your lunch, or they clean up
No.
the dinner dishes,
Or they give you a
know,
BJ without being asked.
I
I knew that's where you're
We
headed.
talked-
That's gotta be
I knew
physical
that's where I
contact.
told you.
I'm just saying we talked about this.
I
I mean, a
know.
blowjob mistake. I got neither. Right. So that day does not work for 90% of men. We keep pushing that holiday and it's not happening. All right.
All right. So what are your top 2, Mike,
Um.
that you like to receive?
So there's actually a free quiz.
Yeah.
If you go online and type love language quiz, they'll tell you what your top one is. You
Well,
have to
so,
pay to get the
I
rest.
mean, I can tell you. So with my girlfriend now, I happen to really like her, so she gets all of that. There are some.
How do you
people
want to receive?
How do you want to receive it?
care about me that much? Gifts I don't care about.
Right.
Like you don't have to buy me things.
Same.
Yeah.
You'd rather
Same.
have an experience. Or,
It's just it doesn't mean like I buy what I want, so I don't need it. And I hate to say that, but that sounds so whatever. But like I get myself whatever I want, so that's not a thing for me. I'd rather buy her gifts. Just not being a pain in the ass. I mean, it's like a very simple one for me. You know what I mean? Like work together, be happy, communicate,
that's
and
called quality time.
okay,
I
that's
heard you
it.
say
And
quality
that's
time.
literally
Be
it.
together and happy, shared experiences.
Yeah,
and
she's
be
like, oh,
happy.
I have to do the. I'm like, you don't have to do that stuff.
Quality
Like, I don't need you to do laundry.
Mhm.
I don't need you to buy me stuff.
Mhm.
Just
Just be.
in our
Be with
downtime,
me.
just let's be
So
cool
when
and
she's
go do
with you,
stuff.
do you want her to like cuddle? Do you hold hands? Do you
Yeah,
want
all that
affection?
stuff.
So it's for you. I'm guessing it's quality time and physical touch.
Quality, yes, yeah,
Those are your top
absolutely.
2.
Yeah, 'cause I'm so exhausted. Physical things are hard sometimes. I work like way too much
Mhm.
for any human.
Do you know what yours are?
Oh yeah, mine are quality time and physical touch for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Yours?
I would say probably the same, but definitely when I first was newly single, words of affirmation like filled my bucket like none other. I don't need that as
Oh,
much now.
yeah.
You know?
So it's funny because I could never be with somebody who needs words of affirmation.
Yeah.
So I will give compliments 100%.
Yeah.
Like I am good for giving compliments. I don't want somebody who
Who
needs
needs
them.
that? Yeah.
Like I don't want to stroke somebody all the
Mhm.
time. Like,
Yeah.
you know, be secure enough to where you know that I love you, even if I'm not telling you how hot you
Yeah.
are every 5 minutes. Like, no. And then the gift
And
thing,
words of
same thing.
affirmation could be also love bombing and all the other stuff,
Yeah,
right? So like you
Like,
gotta be
that's
careful of
Part of
that.
like learning what about yourself before you enter in dating, because I
Right.
didn't do that at first, and I didn't realize I loved having my bucket filled, but it had holes. So I had to figure out how to. So the book I loved for doing that work was actually what was it? It was How to Do the Work by Dr. Nicole LePere, and that was really about like loving yourself and trying to be the best version of yourself. That's a good one to do the work. And so you want to make sure your bucket doesn't have holes in it, or
Yeah,
you're
for
going to
sure.
keep feeling like you're missing
I mean,
things.
I like to pretend that I'm the worst version of myself, so they try to fix me, and then
like,
boom, I move right in.
Because then they're like pleasantly surprised. They're like, he pretends like he's such an a-hole, but he's actually kind of a nice guy.
Right? Because it weeds out the people you don't want to hang out with anyway. I frankly do that on my friends list as well.
Mhm.
Like, there's a lot of people that don't like me. They actually don't know me. And the people that do like me, well, it's a small circle, and that's fine. Because then I don't have to try to make a lot of people happy.
All right. Now, the new thing that everybody's talking about is their attachment style. Do you guys know about your attachment styles?
Glued.
Glued attachment.
All joking aside, yeah, probably now.
We spent a lot of time
No,
together.
I don't. Yeah, let's talk about this one. Yeah,
Okay.
because I don't.
So attachment style is, I feel like it's going to be the next love language. It's like people are going to start to talk about it more. The book Attached, it's the new science of adult attachment and how to find and keep love, came out several years ago. And a lot of people are reading it and realizing that their attachment from their childhood is coming into their relationships as
Oh
an
yeah, I
adult.
could see that 100%.
So the 4 attachment styles are either secure, which is healthy. That's like you want to be secure. That means you feel confident to set boundaries, tell people when you feel hurt, you can communicate it well. You're not afraid of speaking up because you're afraid you're going to push the person away. So secure. That's what we all strive for.
Right.
But if you didn't have the perfect parents, you might not have a secure relationship. And let's be fair. Do many of us have the perfect parents? Not really, but that's fine. They tried. But so many
Mike
of
does.
us.
Yeah, my parents are pretty awesome.
Okay, well then you're lucky.
Yeah, they weren't when I was younger, but they're better now.
Yeah, but it happens when your first 5 years of childhood is when the attachment style really comes into play.
I think they were good in the teenage years are always tough.
Oh, teenage years are tough. We're just gonna avoid those. They're tough for everybody.
So the one thing I said to one of my brothers, I said, because he's like, childhood, whatever, and I'm like, Dad had to work his ass off. Like if you need something, you just say, hey, Dad, I need to borrow some money. Dad couldn't do that. So like you don't understand like the stresses they had, like now that we're adults, we understand, well, at least I do, what those stresses are. I don't think I had bad parents. And I don't think a lot of us had bad parents.
No,
I just think a lot of us didn't understand.
So I think the other thing though is that you're the baby and your brother's older.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, as the oldest, my sister and I we had very different childhoods. We experienced our parents in a very different way. So if you asked us
equally
today,
as tough.
No.
I just didn't get caught.
The difference for me, my sister and I are 7 years apart.
Yeah.
So for me,
7 is
I was born into an immigrant family. They were literally just here a couple of years from Italy. I was raised on love. Like we did not have money. I literally was just raised on love. They worked their asses off for everything they had in the whole 9 yards, right? Yeah, pasta in the whole 9. And I was raised by my big family, right? Like my grandparents, my aunts, my uncles. Like I was it for everybody, the only child for everything, grandchild, niece, everything. My sister comes in, and my sister is now raised by Americans. They are now embedded in the culture. They have more money. They give her anything she wants. She is now a normal kid, a normal American. I wasn't. I struggled. I struggled.
But that's not necessarily a good thing.
No, I know. I wouldn't change my upbringing for anything in the world. But I say that to say, like, don't. You and your brother have very different views because he was raised by different parents. Like your parents,
we're only 4 years
your parents grew. Yeah, but even 4 years. 4 years is a lot. Like even as a parent, you learn a lot over 4 years. You know.
And the thing is, I believe most parents are truly doing the best they can.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
They're stressed,
There's just no book that comes with
but
it.
it doesn't change that child's perception of it, right? And
No.
so kids can feel very wounded, and they carry those wounds around with them
100%.
because they're developmentally not able to process it the way you're processing now. Like they were doing the best they can. You were processing that as an adult, but when you were your little self, it didn't feel that way.
Little Mikey.
No, of course it didn't.
Little Mikey.
Right. And so, but that is when your attachment style became developed, not this mature person.
Well, obviously, I mean, I'm still not mature, and I'm 50.
I'll second that.
Yeah.
But the difference, there is a difference. Like we keep, they keep going back to Generation X, which is obviously what I have. But how our parents sent us out at 9 a.m. and said don't come home until dinner, and it's crazy.
Best years.
Like I literally just heard a story about a mom having the police called on her for her kids walking to I forget what it was in the town or whatever for like a half a mile. And they were like 10 and 11 years old. My God, we were skateboarding into Wayne, taking a train to Bryn Mawr and Ardmore and whatever. And
these days,
these kids, understandably, things may possibly be a little more dangerous. I don't know about in some of these towns, but the trophy kids, like everybody gets a prize. Like, I don't know. It made me a stronger person. Like I can tell you this business is the hardest business I've ever been in. And no matter how many times I get beat down, I keep fighting back. And I learned that growing up. So, I mean, I think that there's some things that need to change psychologically for kids. But what do I know?
Yeah. But I think when people can do that work of self-discovery, right?
Yeah.
If you've done that, you've you've turned your adversity into resiliency.
Right.
And not everybody can just do that on their own.
Did you just make that up on your own? I'm just kidding.
But that's what made cavemen strong, and that's where we brought us today. So, like, you can't win every day growing up as a child.
Right.
Well, I think that's the two things that kids today don't have is adversity, right? Parents are trying to give them what they didn't have.
Some kids don't have.
And they haven't formed resiliency because they don't. Well, I'm talking in this area. I'm talking in this area.
All families, obviously.
No. There's a lot of kids out there. Yeah, of course. Yeah. So, but the attachment style. So back to that book.
So
right?
secure is great.
We digressed.
Yeah, I
Lucky
know.
you.
Sorry.
But if your parents didn't get it quite right all the time, that's okay. You might have what we call an avoidant attachment style, which is the people who they're in, but as soon as they feel like they caught the person, then they feel trapped and they want to back up. And so that's the avoidant attachment style. We've all dated them.
I'm sure I've done all 4 of
Mhm.
these.
Well,
Is
then
there
you're
4?
disorganized. Yeah, just wait. And then there is the anxious attacher. And that's the person who's like, oh my God, they didn't text me. It's been 10 minutes. They must not like me anymore. What's happening? And they're constantly anxious that they're not being chosen and that they feel this anxiety around dating.
I think somebody just did that with weren't you on a dating app and the person didn't get back to you?
I will say
I'm not going to identify anybody's attachment styles right now.
No, and you agree with me on this one.
Oh, he's an ass.
Yeah, exactly. I'll tell you that story.
There are certain things that are like, okay, that was a boundary, and like they.
No, this was you obviously have a girlfriend or a wife at home.
Okay, yeah.
And you're disappearing 2 nights in a row and playing it off like you were out with your boys and just don't text while you're out with your boys.
Yeah. I've never done that at all.
Never. Yeah.
Right. So there's secure, anxious, avoidant. And if you have both the anxious and the avoidant tendencies and you go back and forth, then you're what we call disorganized. And that's the hardest one because people never know whether you're coming or going. They never know what to expect from you. So.
That's why.
Oh, and that's like the first thing I look for in somebody is consistency.
Yeah, consistency.
Consistency is so freaking key. Singles, when you're dating, the one thing, if nothing else, be consistent. If you're either going to never text somebody, then don't ever text them. Or if you're going to text them, then text them consistently.
Just don't freaking text at all. Pick up the phone. It's so annoying.
If you are going to see them consistently, or just don't see them at all. Like, just be consistent in whatever it is that you do. Whichever way you go, just be consistent about it.
Clearly, I'm an old man. I literally, if somebody texts me all the time, I'm like, done. Pick up the phone. If you can't speak.
Oh, yeah. No, I agree. Phone is So, Renee, this was extremely insightful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You gave us so much great information. A few books to definitely look into.
Check them out.
Fight Right.
That was
5 Languages of Love.
Yeah, we had them in your put them in your show notes. I don't know.
Yeah. So we could definitely put them in our show notes for sure. Yep.
When I'm editing everything, it's a little disorganized, but
okay. Yeah.
You can put an order. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
You're gonna hand out my business card.
Do you want to sponsor the show? Because we can put a link up for you to people to connect with you.
What is the name of do you have a practice? Do you have your own
$10,000 we can get you back.
Practice. It's called Paoli Psychological Associates.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Paoli Psychological Associates.
Okay. All right. So Paoli Psychological Associates. So if anybody would like to work with Renee, and work on yourself, or if you are a family and you want to work on your relationship, whatever the case may be.
I don't do couples now.
Oh, you don't do couples? I thought you did family. Oh, I'm sorry.
Family for working with kids, but
okay.
Not
couples.
Yeah.
Okay, so just singles. Got it. Perfect. Okay. So singles, if you are looking to work with someone, Renee is amazing, as you could tell.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So thank you for joining us on this episode of Modern Dating What the Fuck. Thank you again, Renee, for joining us.
It's W.T.F. This is a children's show.
Oh, my bad. W.T.F. Thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward till next time.